So my name is Lawrence from Botany Department. So I'm here to give you likely question. Please make sure you notice it well and it surely come out. I pray that God will help you in Jesus' name. Now, look at first question. The passing of traits or the transfer of traits or characteristics from a parent to the offspring is called dash. If you see a question like that, your answer is what? Is heredity. Yes, answer is what? Is heredity. Number 2 question. The differences that occur between individuals of the same species is called dash. The differences that occur between individuals of the same species is called dash. You know, question like that, answer is what? Variation. Variation. So variation may be shown in different times. That is, variation may be shown in dash. A may be shown in dash. So if you see question like that, just like it may be shown in either physical appearance, metabolism, fertility, mode of reproductions, behavior, learning, and mental ability. Yes, so that is variation can be shown in dash. Either physical appearance, metabolism, fertility, mode of reproduction, behavior, learning, and mental ability. Then the next question, the variation occur due to some errors in dash. The variation occur due to some error in dash. If you see a question like that, answer is due to the DNA copy. DNA copy, please don't forget. Then the next question, variation is important because it is contributing to the evolution and form of basis of dash. Variation is important because of contributed to the evolution and form of basis of dash. Answer is what? Is heredity. Don't forget heredity. So variation is caused due to dash. Variation is caused due to dash. Answer is what? Due to genetic mutation. Gene mutation. Again, due to gene mutation. Then variation can occur through dash process. Through dash process. It can occur through asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction process can occur. The next question. The father of genetics is known as dash. The father of genetics is known as dash. Answer is Gregor Mendel. Is Gregor Mendel. Then the next question. Gregor Mendel conducted immense research and study on the dash. He studied on the dash. He studied on the inheritance of traits. Inheritance of traits. Yes. The next question is, look at now. Before, let me explain this one. Okay, don't worry. The next question, because of time. Okay, let me just tell you this thing. Gregor Mendel research on plant breeding. Yes, he researched on plant breeding and hybridization and conducted to his experiment on pear plants. That's what he done in experiment. Conducted on what? On pear plants between 1856 and 1863. Don't forget that year. He conducted it between 1856 and 1863 to show the inheritance of traits in living organisms. To show the inheritance of traits in living organisms. Then look at this one. Gregor Mendel published his finding in 1865. Yes, he's published his finding in 1865. The next question. Dash is an organism with an alternative form of genes. If you hear the word alternative, that is an organism with alternative form of genes. Answer is law of dominance. Law of dominance. There are form of genes. Or you can say dash is an organism with an alternative form of gene. We express the form. If you hear that word express, it means dominant and normally express the word law of dominance. The next question is this. Look at this next question. The each inheritance trait that defined by a pairs of gene is called dash. Again, the each inheritance trait that defined by a pairs of gene is called dash. Answer is law of segregation. Answer is what? Answer is law of segregation. Please don't forget. Then the next one. In law of segregation, the parent gene are separated. Why? Why parent gene are separated? Because the progeny will acquire a trait each from the parent gene. The progeny, which is offspring, will acquire trait from each of the parent gene. We don't forget. Then the next question. Principle of independent assortment. Principle of independent assortment states that genes from different traits are sorted separately from one another. The inherited one trait is not depend on the what? Does not depend on the inheritance of the other. Please don't forget it. Then look at the next question. The basic unit of heredity is called as gene. Answer is gene. The basic unit of heredity is called gene. Then the next one. That consists of a sequence of DNA. Answer is still gene. That consists of sequence of DNA. Answer is what? Is gene. Then the next question. The suddenly change in gene is called dash. This, if you hear that word, the suddenly change in gene is called dash. Is mutation. The next question. The alternative forms of gene is called dash. Is alleles. Is allele. People are calling allele. That is alternative form of genes. Then the thread-like. If you hear the word thread-like structure, please go for chromosome. If you hear the word thread-like structure, go for what? Go for chromosome. Answer is what? Chromosome. Then chromosomes are found inside dash. Inside what? In the nucleus. Found in the nucleus. Please don't forget. Then another one. Dash is the responsible for the heredity, carrier, and genetic information. Answer is still saying that chromosome is responsible for the what? Hereditary duration and genetic information. Then next question. The set of alleles that carry out by the organism is called dash. The set of alleles that carry out by organism is called dash. Answer is what? Genotype. Answer is genotype. Don't forget. Then the next one. The complete inheritance genetics identified of an organism is called dash. The complete inheritable genetics identified of an organism is called dash. Answer is genotype. Please don't forget. Answer is genotype. Then the next question. The description of actual physical characteristics of an organism. The description of actual physical characteristics of an organism, or the express form, the genotype. Answer is called phenotypes. Answer is called phenotype. Don't forget. Dash includes non-express allele. Dash includes non-express allele. If you hear that, your answer is what? This is genotypes. Answer is genotype. Don't forget. Then the next question. When allele attack the phenotype, or when allele affect the phenotype of an organism, it is called dash. When allele affect the phenotype of an organism, it's called dominant allele. It's called dominant allele, and it's represented as what? Capital letter. Capital letter. Next question. An allele that affect the genotype in the absence of the dominant allele is called dash. Answer is what? Recessive allele, and it's represented by small letter. Please don't forget. The both allele are, if both allele are on the same, if both allele are on the same, they are called homozygote. If two allele are different from each other, they are called heterozygote. Please don't forget, they are called heterozygote. Look, if you have big T and small t, it represent heterozygote. Why? If you have big TT, the two T are big, it represent homozygote. Please don't forget, it can be homozygote or can be small TT. If they are the same teacher, can be homozygote. So that is homozygote. So the across between two plants which have one pair of contacting characters. Again, the across between, the cross between the two plants which have one pair of contracting character is called monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross. Please don't forget. The cross between them is called what? It's called monohybrid cross. Please don't forget that monohybrid cross. It's called monohybrid cross. Then the next question. Note, in first filial generation, that is F1, the progeny, which is offspring, were tall and there was no medium height plant. Please don't forget that one. In first filial generation, the progeny, which is offspring, were tall and there were no medium height plants. In second filial generation, F2, which is F2, 1/4 of the offspring were short. 1/4 of the offspring were short, and 3/4 were tall. That is second filial generation. Again, were tall. You don't forget. The next question. The phenotypical ratio in F2 is 3:1. It's 3:1. Please don't forget that the 3 tall and 1 short. Again, and 1 short. Why in genotypic ratio, the genotypic ratio is in F2. No, genotypic ratio in F2 is 1:2:1. 1:2:1. Please don't forget. Then the next question. The cross between two plants which have two pairs of contracting character is called the hybrid cross. It's called the hybrid cross. Please don't forget. Note, the first filial generation, that's F1, contain 100% hybrid plant. Contain 100% hybrid plant, because when the big R and big R, then small r, small y, cross with small r, big Y, all offspring plants are big R, small r, and big Y, small y, which round and yellow seed. In the first filial generation, so that the round and yellow seed are the what? Dominant character. Please don't forget. In second Villard generation, the phenotype ratio is in second Villard generation, that is F2, the phenotype ratio is 9:3:3:1. 9:3:3:1. Please don't forget this thing, you will see them. So next question, that is a theory that based on the fact that all species are related and gradually change over time. If you hear that word over time, change gradually over time, over a period of time, please answer is evolution. Go and choose evolution. Then the next question, dash control traits. If you hear dash control trait is what? It's gene that control trait. Then the next question, the trait that can pass from parent to the offspring is called what? Inheritant traits. Yes, or inheritable traits. So know that and transfer. Example of inheritable traits are the color of hair, the color of eyes, the shape of nose, bone structure. I guess those are the words. We have color of hair, color of eyes, shape of the nose, bone structure. The next question, that is the formation of new species from the existing species. The formation of new species from the existing species. Answer is what? Speciation. Speciation. Then the next one, a random change in the frequency of allele over successive generation in a population is called dash. A random change in the frequency of alleles over successive generation is called dash. Answer is what? Genetic drift. Don't forget that one. Answer is what? Genetic drift. While the next question, the occurrence of speciation between populations which are partly separated but not completely separated, which are partly separated, but not completely separated. Answer is what? Gene flow. Answer is gene flow. Please don't forget between gene flow and genetic drift. Please don't forget. The nature selected and consolidated. The nature selected and consolidated, that is consolidated, those organisms which are more suitable and adaptable. Answer is that. The nature selected and consolidated those organisms which are more suitable and adaptable is called dash. Answer is what? Natural selection. So natural, don't forget, it's natural selection. Then the next one, the following are evidence of evolution. Yes, they were asking which of the following are evidence of evolution, which of the following is not evidence of, but the following are evidence of evolution. We have homologous evidence, we have analogous evidence, we have fossil or pathological evidence. Yes, we have homologous evidence, we have analogous evidence, we have we have fossil or paleontology evidence. Don't forget. Then the next one, when homologous organs are seen in organisms having the same or common ancestor. When homologous organs are seen in organisms having the same common ancestor, answer is called homologous evidence. Answer is called what? Answer is called homologous evidence. Please don't forget. Answer is called homologous evidence. Homologous evidence. Don't forget. Then the next one, when the physical feature in organism look alike but no common ancestor. When there is no common ancestor, it's called analogous evidence. Analogous evidence. Then the next one, the preserved remains of organisms. When you hear the word remain organisms, you go and look for pathological evidence. There are remain organisms. When you hear the word remain organism or decay organism, go and look for what? Pathological evidence. Then the next one, dash saw detail on insect eyes with two lenses. Yes, with two lenses. So that's saw detail on insect eyes with two lenses. Answer is what? Galileo. Answer is Galileo. Please don't forget. Please read them, take note of them. You will see them in the exam. It still remain, but I will stop here because of the time and some other things. So I will still give you later. You meet me later in the front. I'll give another one. These are different ones. This is 50 questions. I'll still give another. The one I will give you more than 200. Make sure you read them. Then what I need for, I don't need money from you. What I need for you is your subscribe. When you subscribe, you like and you comment. Thank you very much. I'll give you these things, but my phone spoiled. Please forgive me. Thank you. Bye bye.